Miss Street here. Today we're going to make ice cream in a bag. So there's a few things you got to pay specific attention to, so make sure you listen to this video before you start making. All right, to begin with, we need half and half cream. So if you notice here, this is the half and half cream. Now this is what you have to pay attention to. This says 10%. And this is the fat milk content, the fat content in this milk or cream. And you have to have at least this. You can have more, but to have less, ooh, we don't know how it's going to turn out. Now we're actually going to try to see if we use different types of milk, will it turn out? So we're going to use this 1% chocolate milk as well as we're going to use some flavored milk. So this one here is a strawberry flavored one, and I think that it's about a 2%. Although I'm not seeing the number on it right here right now. But we're gonna see if those turn out too. Okay, so the first thing you need is you need 1 cup of that. You need 2 tablespoons. Now only if you're using this cream will you put in the 2 tablespoons of sugar. That's to sweeten it. This milk already has sweetener in it. I'm not adding sugar to it. As well as the chocolate milk, we're not adding sugar to it. It'll be too sweet otherwise. You also need half a teaspoon of your vanilla extract, and you need 3 cups of ice and 1/3 a cup of kosher salt. Now I've used something as a substitute in these other bags. It's the same salt that you'd use to melt the ice on your sidewalk. It's not for eating. It's just simply like the rock salt for ice in the wintertime. So I've used those in the other bags. So here's a very important point. Please make sure you've got 2 good brand new bags that are going to completely seal, because if not, and if you put your bag of ice cream inside here and then put it inside here, what's going to happen is all the salt that's in here is going to end up in your ice cream and it's going to taste horrible. So please make sure you start with a bag that's brand new and that's got a good seal on it. Now, this is why we don't normally measure liquid in a dry measuring cup, because I have to be very careful that this does not, whoa, spill. So I should have been using my liquid measuring cup, but it's being used over here with my chocolate milk. You can see my 1 cup there. So I go ahead and in this bag, I'm going to put my cream, my half and half cream. I'm going to put my vanilla extract for flavoring, and then I'm going to put my 2 tablespoons of sugar for sweetener. Okay, then what I want to do, very, 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 very important, okay, is to make sure you Ziploc that top, because if you don't make it very, very tight, then you are going to end up with salt in your ice cream and it's going to taste horrible. So I just kind of give that a little bit of a shake up. I want to mix in that sugar as well as that vanilla. Next, I have to get my bag of ice ready. Now, this is the cream that's going to turn into the ice cream, okay? But we have to have the proper scientific environment in order for this to happen. Part of that is the ice, 3 cups of ice, and the other part is the salt. So what happens with the salt is it actually increases the cooling temperature in here. So once this bag is sealed, and this is how I like to make sure that it's sealed, is I'll hold it over top of a bowl just in case it does leak. Hold it upside down, make sure it's not leaking at all, if you can see that, okay? Then what I'm going to do is go ahead and put that in here. And now this is my ice cream maker inside this bag. So what I'm going to do is get out all my air, seal that, and now I have to go ahead and shake it vigorously for 7 to 10 minutes. So what you're going to do is you're going to come back and see how this turns out in 7 minutes after shaking. Don't stop shaking. If your hands get cold, use oven mitts, okay? That way you can keep them warm. So shake away, guys. We have now been shaking this for 10 minutes. So when I go to open this up and I take it out, you can see how firm it is. Okay, if yours is watery, it means put it back in. Okay, be careful of that salty ice that's there. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to come and rinse this off. The reason why you want to rinse this off is because otherwise, when you go to open it up, if there's any of the salty stuff left on top, you're still going to end up with salty ice cream. So make sure that you rinse it off, wipe it off a little bit, and then what you're going to do is just take a few scoops of that. You don't need to eat it all at once, okay? Take a few scoops of that, put it into a nice bowl. You can put some toppings on it. We've got a few sprinkles here. Okay, so maybe I want some of these nice little ones here. You don't have to have it with sprinkles. You can have it with fruit. You can have it by itself. But I just thought that's a nice little switch there. We have also got the chocolate one here. Okay, now look how nice and firm this one is. Okay, again, I want to rinse it off first. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse that guy off a little bit there. Oops. Not too much, and be careful that it's not hot water you're putting on it, because obviously you don't want to unthaw it. Okay, open that bag up. Maybe I'll put a little bit of chocolate there with that guy over here. Get some Neapolitan going on here. Okay, so I got a nice, and it did turn out. So I remember I said I wasn't sure how the chocolate would turn out, but the chocolate, the 1% chocolate milk still did turn out. So there we go. Just waiting on our strawberry one, but try different flavors, see how it turns out. And you guys, enjoy a nice treat. Take care, Miss Treat misses you.
Remember, do not put the salted ice on your skin. Be safe.